Blake Hexton was a rower. He used to row in the boats. Well, in 2009, Blake Hexton got a disease. The disease is something I never heard of. It's called necrotizing fasciitis. This disease slowly is an infection that started to eat away at his body. In 2009, he then went into a coma for 6 weeks. Doesn't remember anything about those 6 weeks. Just knows when he woke up from the coma, his left leg was gone, and so was most of his right. And during those 6 weeks, he was nearly dead many times. And now he woke up. He was pretty much a professional rower, and now he has no ability. He writes, I didn't feel depressed. For some reason, I didn't feel like that was an option. But I recognize that rowing just isn't going to happen for me anymore, because the whole joy of the rowing is how your whole body feels the balance of the boat and how you feel that you're rowing with perfect symmetry, and I can't have that anymore. And then after going to college and graduating, he was open to a concept of rowing for the handicapped. And in this past September 9th, a few weeks ago, Blake Hexton was a rower in the Paralympics. You know what that is? That's the Olympics for the people that have handicap. And I don't know if he won or not. I don't know. I doubt he did. But he said there, he says, what gave me the strength is the World Championships I was in 2 years ago, in 2014 in Amsterdam. He says, I was on a bus, and it was a World Championships for all rowing, regular rowers and Paralympics. He says, and paralyzed, whatever, people with the handicaps. And I'm on this bus with a man named Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown is one of the best rowers on the whole team. And he says, I see this man, he sees I have no legs, and I know the look, I know how people look at me when I'm in my wheelchair, I know the whole feeling, I know what I'm about to get. But yet, for some reason, we get off the bus, and Mr. Brown goes to the driver, and he says, give Mr. Hexton time. Let him get off with his wheelchair. Please help him with his luggage. Take care of him. He says, I saw kindness that was very strange. He says, and then he said to me those 4 words. I said, thank you, sir. And he said back to me, one team, one dream. He said, one team, one dream. And at that moment, I realized that he's rowing with everything he's got. I'm rowing with only half of what I was born with. But we're all in the same boat. And that little message is a message we all have to realize. In reality, there isn't success, there isn't failure. Both of them don't really mean that much. There's our mission. There's our team. There's recognizing that Hashem put us on this earth, and we were all here not in order to have an easy life, not in order to have even a fun life, not in order to have a lot of money, not in order to have perfect children, not in order to have a perfect marriage. We can hope for all that, we can like all that, but that's not why we were put here. We weren't even put on this earth, I'm sorry to say, necessarily to be happy. We were put on this earth to be able to, all of us, have one focus. To all of us recognize that no matter what our challenges, there's no difference between me and you. There's absolutely none. We all get overwhelmed. We all get nervous. We all have things that are good, and we all have things that are not so good. Our mindset needs to be every single day. The next time you feel overwhelmed, if it's happy things that are happening around you, say, you know what? I am a lucky man. I am a lucky woman. And then say to yourself, I'm nervous, but I'm even more excited. And then realize that in so many cases, the worst case scenario isn't really that bad. But most of all, recognize that even when it really is challenging, my job is to raise my hands and say, Hashem, this is your world. This is what you put me here, and I am put here on this earth to accomplish your mission. I'm going to have a little element that when I bring my basket of fruit, and I want to say it's me who has a good field or doesn't have a good meal, I'm going to recognize, no, it's not. I'm going to recognize that every single one of us, no matter what our background, no matter what our challenge, we're all in the same boat. Every single one of us is part of one team, and we all aspire to one dream. Thank you.